Long day at the office for me and Mr. K here. 3, 2, 1. But now it's over, Karl.
I guess nothing is resolved, but
Karl had jury duty. You guys remember when we were talking about that? That's how you know this is a real live, not live, but real life podcast. We talked about having jury duty and how Karl and I got it at the exact same time. Now I got jury duty and I got out of it. Karl, his ass had to
he
go.
didn't get out of it. He didn't do anything special. He just didn't get called in. I got called in the first fucking day, and I asked to be excused because I'm broke and I'm a service industry worker, and my boss doesn't fucking pay me for jury duty. So the $15 a day the dumb fucking court wants to pay you is just not supplemental at all.
It's such a kick in the fucking dick.
I know.
To say
and
$15 a day.
I walk in and I try to tell the judge and the 3 fucking lawyers that are representing this case that I might be on that I can't afford to miss work. I'm already stressed out about today. I fucking hit up my other job to see if I could work the second half of the day, and they didn't need me. So, you know, missing one day that I'm not getting paid for is already stressful enough, let alone the possibility of missing 2 weeks of work for a total of what I would make in one day is insane.
Did they tell you what the case might be?
Some guy is suing he used to work for. I don't fucking know. I think I'm breaking the law by saying that, to be honest, but fuck them. Whatever.
Well, let's just
excuse me as a juror. I'm not good at this. I cannot be held accountable for what comes out of my mouth.
Maybe I'll bleep that out.
Anyway, I'm in there, and I tell the judge that I can't miss work and that I can't afford to miss work and that they're yeah. And she goes, "Oh, well, I'll postpone you, and maybe next time you'll get a shorter trial." And I told you this already, but before we went into anybody who said that they could not do it, she announced to the fucking courtroom that this on average is one of the shorter trials, and we picked the lucky straw because the trial that they were interviewing for next door is a 6-week trial, and this one's only 2 weeks. I'm like, okay, so what do you mean maybe next time you'll get a shorter trial? You just said that this is short on average, and it's 2 weeks long. Dumb bitch. Whatever.
You think?
I hope she sees this. Fucking cunt.
What? Should she say her name?
No, I'm not going to say her name.
I
don't remember it either.
Do you think
some old white bitch with fucking
a perm?
Not really. Like just one of those old lady haircuts. It's like voluminous.
What if I got the whiteboard? Would you draw a photo of her?
No.
No.
No,
No.
it's okay.
But
Anywho.
okay. How many people do you think she hears say that? Like, that's got to be everyone's like, I can't.
Well, you know what? She heard just as many people say that they could fucking do it.
That's
half the fucking people in the room said, "Yup, be here tomorrow at 9:00." So why the fuck does it matter?
I don't know. 12 Angry Karls. That's what I'm going to call this episode.
I'm so upset.
Well, it's okay, Karl. Because you're home now. Stop looking at your phone. I don't know what's stressing you out on your phone, but I can see it in your eyes.
I got so much to complain about today. Fuck!
I have a music suggestion today.
Oh, well, yeah, let's hear that. Something
right.
positive. Well, sorry. You know what? Let me just apologize, everybody. I don't mean to be a proponent of bad vibes or negativity, ladies and gentlemen.
But fuck that bitch.
And I hope that you had a laugh at my expense.
It's okay to laugh at our pain.
Yeah.
All right.
Honestly, that really is the niche of our podcast, is just bitching about the things that suck in our life and hope that other people think it's funny and laugh at us.
All right. Speaking of bitching about stuff, my song is called Punk's Dead. It's by Soft Play. They're a British full-in punk band.
Rate that band name out of 10. Soft Play.
Rated out of 10?
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I think it goes hard.
It's cool.
I was trying to remember who it was, and I typed in Soft Cell.
Soft Cell is not the same.
No, it is not. No, it is not.
Tainted Love is a banger, though.
Yeah. So Soft Play, British punk band. Their song Punk's Dead. I found it on Instagram. like just scrolling. I saw like got pushed the music video or whatever. It was cool. And then I was in Jake's car and he just happened to be playing it. One beef I have with the song is that it's a little on the nose. It's like it's satire. It's like, but it's a little on the nose. But man,
More on the nose than Creepy Crawlers. Have you listened to that song yet, all the way through? Like, do you remember?
Yes.
They're harvesting babies for adrenochrome.
About the same, like on the nose, but that one was just so ridiculous.
Yeah.
This one, you'll just it's the singers talk. From what I gather, people are like upset at them for like something. Like I think they changed their name or something like that. I hear them.
Wow, really?
They talk about like changing their name in the song. I just found
crazy.
this band.
That's a
But
coincidence.
Either they
way.
changed their name or like maybe they're changing like what they're talking about because they're making some political statements, something like that. And I guess some of the fans were like pissed off. So it's just him screaming about like I don't like change and like shit like that. It just goes really hard. And then I listened to some of their other songs, and there's one called Mirror Muscles.
Cool.
And it's again a little on the nose, but fucking it's like satire about like hitting the gym a bunch, and I think it's satire. I don't know. Maybe he's just really gung ho about creatine, but yeah, it also goes really hard. So yeah, check them out. Soft Play, and I guess AJ saw them when they were over in the UK. They were just walking down the street when they were getting ready to go see what's his face from.
What the fuck does AJ do to just attract?
I don't know.
Well, you guys remember?
Oh, hold
AJ?
on, let me finish the story. So they were going to see
Sorry.
Liam Gallagher.
Yeah.
I think the dude from Oasis or whatever. And they were just like walking down the street to go to the fucking pub to get a beer before the show, and they just walked past like a bar, and Soft Play was just playing in there, and they're like, "Whoa, that's Soft Play, sick! We're gonna go
watch.
Well, no, they just went to the show, but yeah,
okay, sick. Are they a UK band?
yeah,
Oh.
British is full, man.
Yeah, I'll sign off.
Dude,
do you know Fontaine's DC? Have you listened to them at all recently? Jake's all about them right now.
Are they a British punk band?
They're not so much punk. Like, they kind of dwell a little bit in the punk region, but it's like not entirely punk, but kind of at times. If you were in the car with Jake, you definitely heard a song.
Yeah, probably. Did you have a point? Because I'm going to make a point.
I was just wondering if you'd listen to them.
I hadn't, but I was thinking about this on the car ride home. And when I was listening to Soft Play. And you're obviously really big into Idols. And Fontaine's fuckery, whatever they're called.
Mm-hmm.
A couple years ago, I was really interested in Australian psych rock bands, and I always was drawing the parallel between like the British Invasion when the Beatles or whatever, and I was like, yeah, this is like Australia's moment. The Australian psych scene is like really big. I think we might be maybe it's just our circle, but I feel like we're having a moment. Because I'm seeing so many fucking British punk bands right now. It's really hot. I think that scene is really popping. It's really intoxicating for a lot of people.
Yeah. They're just so silly and screaming about stuff all the time.
They just sound so funny.
Cool. They sound so cool.
What other British punk bands are you listening to?
Yard Act. Gosh. I don't know if they're all British, but I'll just rattle off some bands that I'm listening to recently. I've been listening to Viagra Boys a ton.
They're not from...
I don't think they are either.
They're sick, though.
Teen Mortgage. They're all right. Sometimes they get a little bit weird, like randomly, like you'll hear a kick drum and you're like, that's an 808 off of Splice. Like, I don't... It's weird. Squid, which we suggested a while ago. Chalk. These band names are crazy. This song is called Static. Static by Chalk.
Do you think? What do you think's happening culturally? Do you think? Because
And Folly Group. Holy shit, Folly Group is so good.
yeah, I know Folly Group. Yeah.
Oh, and here's another one. These guys, I promise you aren't. Well, I already suggested these guys twice, but still listening to Model Actress a lot as well.
yeah.
But they're sick. Folly Group they've done some remixes of each other's songs, so I think they might have done something at some point. Anyway, what were you gonna say?
I just, I love thinking about the wave of culture
Yeah, it's cool.
and maybe what made grunge so big in the 90s, I think was coming from the 80s, which was so electronic and overproduced. Like the attraction was, oh, this is so raw. And then you think about the early 2000s, fucking, same shit. Overproduced, very electronic. I'm using the word overproduced. Maybe it sounds negative. Neither negative or positive. Just, heavy production. 2016, the teens, not as much production, but I think people are really attracted to raw whatever. And then maybe just, maybe it's the state of the world. People are just pissed off and they just love a good screaming match.
True.
Yeah, just think about
I also just think that it scratches like an itch. Like, I think rap kind of went there first, where a lot of hip hop artists started writing shorter songs, and it was just like for the sake of like fun and like just a bop.
Yeah.
And like punk is kind of answering that call for guitar bands in a way.
Yeah.
Where it's like, fucking,
let's have some
this
fun.
song can just fucking rip for 1 minute and 45 seconds and that's it.
Okay, yeah, so that's got to be it, because if you think about it, when I was saying like, this 20 teens, it wasn't overproduction, but it was a lot of rock music, was a lot of soft music. Mac DeMarco, fucking Mild High Club, Men I Trust, Tame Impala, those bands.
Well, Men I Trust is kind of hitting their moment more recently, but yes,
a little more, yeah. But they were around the same time. I think they kind of came up a little bit around the same time. Are you making that face because you're rubbing your neck like that?
I mean, both. I think Men I Trust debut record was a little bit later.
Okay,
but yes, all the other bands are a great example. Yellow Days.
I keep wanting to call him King K. Rool, but King Cruel, King K. Rool. From us Smash players out there.
Taha's gonna have a laugh at that.
Someone needs
He's
to
gonna text us. I know it.
Someone needs to make it like a fucking AI deep fake of King K. Rool singing King Cruel songs.
True. Or just put the crown on King Cruel's head.
But you're coming off all this like soft whatever music, and I feel it myself too. Like a lot of the music that I had written over the past however many years, I was going real like soft, like, ooh yeah, we like this, that, and the other. And just, maybe I'm being externally influenced by a lot of the music I'm listening to, and not necessarily like, ooh, I want to make that now. But I'm feeling within myself like everything doesn't need to be profound, and everything doesn't need to be very deep. Like you can just have fun with music, and it's
true.
And it's cool.
Yes, quite.
Oh, yeah. All right. Cool. Have you calmed down? Are you still angry about your...
Of course I'm still angry, but that was nice.
Yeah. Do you think yelling about it actually makes you feel better?
I don't know. I'm not in control. Fucking that. Sometimes... Because usually yelling about it makes somebody laugh, whether it's me or you or whoever's listening or whatever the fuck. And
I love laughing at you when you're angry.
Yeah. But that does make me feel a little bit better. Because it's like, you get it. And then you laugh. Never mind. Who gives a shit about my I was gonna describe my windshield to them, but a rock
Karls.
broke my windshield and it's expensive. That's
Karl-
all you need to know.
Carl's having a tough one.
I know.
He's
And my
having a
fucking
tough
laundry
one.
machine ate my goddamn debit
That
card.
was so funny, dude.
Our washer and dryer is broken. We've been going to a laundromat. I picked the one fucking machine in the whole place that ate my debit card.
So you know how like you push cards into like a reader and it stops? Well, that one just didn't have the stopper, so Karl just pushed it in, and it just went all the way in the machine. Get fucked.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, I think it's important to laugh at your friends when they have misfortune. You know,
Yes.
keeps it in perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anywho,
Do you have any music suggestions this week, Karl?
I mean, I just rattled off all those.
Oh yeah,
bands.
I guess you did.
Yeah.
Just give up.
But I'll give a specific song, I guess, from one of them. Slow Learner by Viagra Boys is sick. I mean, that's one of their most famous songs, though, and we've talked about them once or twice. We said Folly Group, so Four Wheel Drive by Folly Group is fucking crazy. That and Big Ground are the two songs that I love by them.
You know what I've been doing? Wait, do you have any more?
That's fine.
Yeah, I've been on the hunt for some venues to play some shows at. To the guy who keeps commenting about us shows, they're coming soon, beginning of September. I'm like venue shopping or whatever. Have you been to the Goldfish in Highland Park?
Been outside of it a great many times.
It's really cool.
My coworker spotted you guys and she didn't say hello.
Which
Raven.
Oh,
She's like, I see your friends here. Where are you? It's like, I'm out, but it's Jake's birthday if you feel like saying hello. She's served Jake like over a dozen times. I was like, did you say hello? She's like, no. I said, why?
well, the Goldfish is this.
And it's okay because she'll definitely never watch this. So
The Goldfish
don't
is this
care.
venue. It used to be called the Hi-Hat.
okay.
And I guess the Hi-Hat was like a pretty prominent spot for like indie rock music. Now it's the Goldfish. And I was talking to my one buddy who I work with, and he was rattling off all these venues that he likes. He's an indie rock guy. And there's like the Goldfish, and then there's this other one, Permanent Record Roadhouse, which I didn't know was also a bar. Tiny little spot. And there's one called Scribble, which I looked into it, and it's like a therapy space, but they have concerts in the back. I thought that was kind of interesting. And he was rattling, and they were all over on the east side of LA, and it was really cool because, you know, if you're on the outside of the music scene, how much time do we have left?
We're good. It's at 18 minutes.
If you're on the outside of the music scene, I mean, I know this as coming from like Philly to LA, not being established and not having too many people out here. Like, you can't really see what a music scene is about by like Googling. You can't be like, where's the cool spot to see music in LA? Because you're just gonna get like Whiskey Go Go and like the Viper Room, which those are the places on the Strip. They like used to be really big, and like now they're just kind of whatever. But yeah, there's a lot of really cool venues on the east side that I think a lot of different bands are starting to play at, and it's cool to finally feel like I'm starting to really understand the scene out here.
Yeah.
Because there is a cool music scene. There's a shitload of musicians. Lots of people coming, but you know, or even if someone was like moving to Philadelphia, you know, the music scene out there from when we were there, it was a lot of underground shows and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
You can never Google that, and I even was like searching Reddit, like where's the cool. It felt like there was no good source of information on how to really know about a scene. So it's cool to feel like I'm maybe starting to figure that out a little bit.
Yeah.
Not even as like on a personal level, like, oh, I want to play there, but also just to go see more fucking music.
True.
You know? I love going and seeing bands. Do you have a favorite small venue?
I feel like I haven't been to enough, but
You've been to Zebulon though. How's the live
Zebulon's
stage?
not small. It's huge. Like,
But I thought there's a side stage. It's like a 250 cap. Kind of small.
there's the dive bar, which doesn't have a stage, like dive bar, but there's like the bar that has.
When I'm saying small, I'm also including like the Echo. So
It's bigger than the Echo.
it is bigger than the Echo.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
I mean, it's comparable in size, but it's absolutely bigger than the Echo.
I just mean a place when you look at their event schedule, you just don't recognize a lot. I mean, if you go to
Yeah, I mean, I guess Zebulon would definitely be on that list for sure.
yeah.
Like, yeah, without a doubt. But Zebulon's a pretty big room. Have you been to the Lodge Room yet?
No, but
Smaller than the Lodge Room, but bigger than the Echo. Lodge Room's cool. It's a fun venue.
Yeah, where's that one?
That's in Highland Park. It's on Figueroa.
Everything is in Highland Park.
Yeah.
What a sick fucking area.
Mm-hmm.
Sick fucking area.
Yep. Yes, sir.
I just feel like the one thing when I was in Goldfish, I feel like here's because it was kind of a bigger space, I was a little bit hesitant. I was like, I don't necessarily know if I want to play a show there just because our draw isn't that big, like with people. And I said that to our friend and drummer Noah, and he brought up the point, and it was like, it was nice. He was like, yeah, but like, who gives a shit? Like, if it's too big, because I've always been on the mentality like, no, you don't want to play too big of a spot because you won't fill it. And sure, like we're not gonna play a show just like at the Echo, just us or whatever, because it would be completely empty. But I feel like, the idea of you want this packed room, it's not necessarily.
Justine's back from her pedicure, and she wants to show you guys.
Welcome back, Justine. Woo!
Justine
California plates.
got her car registered in California.
Man, that shit's expensive.
Yes, it is. Oh, that's another thing I have to do. That was either due yesterday or 2 days ago, or it's due in a week. It's either the 7th or the 17th. I don't remember.
Calendar, Karl.
Whatever, man. A calendar isn't going to stop me from not being able to afford all this shit. So,
That's fair.
whatever.
That's fair. How much time we got?
We're at 22 minutes.
Did you guys know dog dentistry is a thing? I didn't, and it's very expensive. My dog, Josie. You guys have seen her on the podcast every once in a while. She cracked her tooth doing something. I have no idea what it was. I went to the vet, and they told me, like, oh, yeah, we can't do it. You have to have a dog dental specialist. And I was like, okay, great. Send me to that. Here's $150 for you to tell me to go somewhere else. I go somewhere else. Everywhere in fucking Los Angeles was quoting me at like $4,000 to $8,000 to pull this tooth. So I had to go outside of LA. So I had to drive like an hour and a half to find a place that I could afford, which started making me think that could kind of be the move, Like you look at Facebook Marketplace a lot, for toys and music equipment and stuff like that. And the one thing I've noticed is LA is very expensive. It's picked dry when it comes to furniture and stuff like that. You just go right outside. There's a lot of cheap shit.
Yeah.
You just got to drive a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to drive. I bet there's a ton of cheap stuff in Vegas. Do you think Facebook Marketplace in Vegas is lit because everyone's selling all their stuff? Or do you think it's...
I don't know. Maybe. But I feel like... I don't know. I can't make an accurate depiction of that city. I've never been. How am I supposed to know? I feel like there's a lot of tourism, and I don't know what the people that actually live there have to offer to Facebook Marketplace. Like, I don't,
I started watching a documentary on Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that great of a doc.
Okay.
But
Cool.
But I did watch one of the episodes about like the early birth of it. Damn. It's kind of incredible how much Vegas specifically did for entertainment as a whole. Like the idea of like residencies and stuff like that, and like this central location that everyone would come and do multiple shows at, and the Rat Pack and all that shit. It's pretty interesting. I forget what it's called. I think it's Vegas Making of Sin City. Don't need to watch it. It's not that good. I watched it for you, but
Cool.
yeah. I thought it was gonna be more about the mob. I'm so interested in like the mob's role in the building of Vegas. I just think it's so fucking cool that like illegal enterprises built a major metropolitan area of the United States. I just think that's the coolest thing in American history. Like the role of the mob in not only Vegas, but just in everything.
Yeah.
Like it's so cool to me. Like not cool, like it's good. It's just interesting as shit. It's just really, really interesting. Yeah, criminal enterprises. Anyway, we can wrap it up because you look like you're gonna fucking chew on a barrel.
Okay.
You got any closing thoughts, Mr. K?
Jesus, look at me. I look awful.
Yeah.
Fuck. All right. Well, sorry, everybody. I'm a little bit of a Debbie Downer today. Anyway. Well.
Goodbye, everybody.
We're at 26 minutes anyways. This is good. Fuck it. Like and subscribe, cunts.
Bye, guys.